Hey everyone, Zia here and welcome back to the channel. I have some absolutely insane and important updates for you today, okay? Let's jump right into it. Zo News fam, get ready. The Indian stock market is hitting a seismic shift. We've got 5 bombshell triggers for next week. You are not going to believe what's coming. First up, a presidential bombshell. Trump might visit India in November. On screen, Trump visit hinted, TARIFFS in play. Market expects tariff relief. But here's the wild part. India is closing in on US and EU trade deals. Huge shifts. But here's the shocking twist. The US Federal Reserve meets next week, bracing for a rate cut. 25 BPS is priced in, but watch this. On screen, 50 BPS cut, market explodes. A 50 BPS surprise could send Dalal Street parabolic. And the proof is in the details. We're tracking foreign institutional investors. They've been mixed, but get this. They turned net buyers Friday, pouring in crores. On screen, FIIs, net buyers Friday, 1,977 crore. Will this spree continue Monday? From presidential visits to interest rates and trade deals, the stage is set for an epic week. So, Zo News fam, what's your take? Which trigger sends the market soaring or crashing? Drop your theories below. In other news, a surprising development has just come to our attention. Okay, picture this. A vibrant nation rocked by recent protests, its tourism industry, its very lifeline on the brink. But then, an astonishing comeback. What's the real story unfolding right before our eyes? After the upheaval, citizens launched an urgent social media campaign. Look at this. On X, a count routine of Nepal Banda showed foreign tourists dancing, urging everyone to visit our beautiful country. That's what it says right here on the screen. But here's the wild part. The Nepal Tourism Board didn't just stand by. They offered free visa renewals for anyone affected. And the proof? Tourists like Luke Zicardi, an English parcel driver, continued his Everest dream, confirming travel agents are operating normally, as the overlay highlights. And we have the receipts. Luke confirmed his teammates told him it was safe, and even an Indian group visiting Pashupatinath Mandir said they weren't bothered by anyone. This isn't just talk, it's real-world testimony confirming the nation's recovery. So the message is clear. Nepal is not just recovering, it's actively welcoming you back with open arms. The people-to-people connection is strong. But after all this, is Nepal truly ready for a full return to its tourism glory? Alright, moving on to our next story. Okay, get ready. The market just made a move that nobody saw coming. We've uncovered the inside scoop on where the real money is headed this Monday. What just happened? Sumit Bagadia of Choice Broking is sounding the alarm, or rather, the opportunity. He's telling us the Indian stock market is gaining serious traction. Look at this chart. The Nifty 50 index is slamming right up against this critical zone. But here's the wild part. Bagadia just dropped 3 massive stock recommendations for Monday. And this is where it gets interesting. You heard that right. These are the companies he's betting on for a serious surge. He's not just guessing, folks. He's got the technical charts, the patterns, the data. And the proof is in the details. We're talking inverted head and shoulder patterns, breaking out of falling channels, and RSI indicators flashing green. So the question remains, are these the tickets to your next big win? Or is there a hidden catch in the market's latest twist? What would you do in this situation? Okay, from the world of politics to the world of entertainment. Okay, are you ready for the ultimate market bombshell? Bajaj Broking just dropped their insider stock picks for September 2025, and the Nifty is poised for a wild breakout. Is this your golden ticket or a massive trap? Look at this data. Bajaj Broking reveals Nifty 50's shallow retracement post a strong uptrend, showing bullish structural integrity. And you can see right here, the overlay confirms they predict a breakout above 25,000 soon. But here's the shocking twist. It is not just Nifty. Bank Nifty is also showing incredible positive momentum, eyeing 55,350. And look, market players are watching Indo-US trade talks, US inflation, and crude oil prices like hawks. The proof is right here. Now for the big reveal. Bajaj Broking's top picks, Reliance Industries, target 1540 rupees, and persistent systems aiming for 5930 rupees. They have seen favorable risk-reward setups and potential reversals. Check out the details on screen. This is huge. This is not just about stocks. It is about shifting global dynamics and economic indicators. With Nifty pushing past 25,000 and these key stocks on the move, what is your take on this? And now for something on a lighter note. All right, brace yourselves. We just caught wind of something massive happening in Assam. Over 18,530 crore rupees are pouring into groundbreaking projects right now. But what does this really mean for the region? First stop, daring. We're talking a brand new medical college, a nursing school, and look at this on screen. Gauhati Ring Road project is underway. Then there's the Kiruwanarangi Bridge, literally connecting communities. It's all about boosting healthcare, mobility, and connectivity, as you see the text clearly states. But here's the wild part. Move over to Galakat, and we have the Numaligarh refinery plant launching a bioethanol project. It's a huge step for clean energy, and look at the screen. It screams new jobs and local economy boost. This is where Assam's industrial future gets seriously interesting. And the implications are just mind-blowing. PM Modi also paid tribute to Bharat Ratna Bhupen Hazarika. As the screen shows, it's about unity through legacy, ensuring the Northeast's prosperity, a vision Hazarika championed for years. This isn't just about infrastructure, it's about realizing a dream. And the ride doesn't stop there. Tomorrow brings visits to West Bengal for a commanders' conference, then Bihar for a new airport and even bigger projects, including a national Makhana board. So, with all this development unfolding at warp speed, what's the real endgame here for India's future? And just when you thought the day couldn't get any stranger. Zo crew, you will not believe the twists and turns coming out of the Charlie Kirk assassination investigation. How did we get here? And why is the FBI director suddenly under fire? Okay, Zo crew, buckle up. After the tragic assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, the FBI's investigation took a wild turn. Look at this on-screen text. Confusion at the FBI, subject in custody, then released. FBI Director Kash Patel announced a suspect, then 2 hours later said they were released. What was going on? But the official narrative just doesn't add up. This isn't the first time Patel's leadership has been questioned. Remember the Jeffrey Epstein files? Critics are bringing those up again, saying his handling of those documents fueled doubts about his overall command. And you can see right here on the screen, EPSDIN FILES, lingering QESDIONS that persists to this day. However, the White House is closing ranks. President Trump immediately came to Patel's defense, praising his work. And look at this. White House backs PATEL, political gamesmanship. Stephen Cheung, the communications director, called out critics for disgusting political gamesmanship. And this is where it gets interesting. Patel is now set to appear before Congress this week. Congress is demanding answers, Zo crew. Lawmakers want to know about the investigation's handling and those confusing public updates. So, as the spotlight intensifies on the FBI's leader, what do you think is the real story here, and what will these hearings uncover? Now, for a look at what's happening in the world of finance. Okay, you are not going to believe what we uncovered about the looming tax deadline. Forget just the late fees. This gets wild. Are you ready for the real cost of procrastination? Alright, so the September 15th deadline for your income tax returns is speeding towards us. Miss it, and look at the penalty that immediately kicks in right there on your screen. But here's the shocking twist. That's just the start. If you have any outstanding tax, interest piles up and the proof is right here. 3 separate sections, 234A, B, and C, can hit you. Look at this. And that's not all. If you file late, your old tax regime benefits. Gone, you get switched to the new default. But hold on, because it gets crazier. Look, you also lose the ability to carry forward most business or capital losses. This is a massive red flag for your future finances. So, a simple missed deadline can unravel your entire financial strategy. It's not just a fine, it's a complete financial overhaul. What's your take on this? Are you filing on time or risking the triple threat? Keeping with our theme of incredible discoveries, this next one is mind-blowing. Okay, prepare for this. India's inflation just exploded after hitting an 8-year low in July. Suddenly, everything's getting pricier. How did we get here so fast, and what's really happening? Look at this data. Inflation jumped to 2.07% in August, largely because food prices, especially tomatoes, eggs, meat, and oils, suddenly surged. And then, here's the wild part. Tomato prices shot up 16.9%. But the official narrative just doesn't add up. Because despite that jump, the Reserve Bank of India confirmed it's still well within their 2.6% target. Now, look at this. The GST Council just approved massive rate cuts set to roll out. And the implications are just mind-blowing. Experts are forecasting inflation might undershoot RBI's full-year projections, thanks to those GST benefits. But watch out, because torrential rains could still push food prices up again, throwing a wrench into everything. So, we've got rising prices, but within targets, and a massive tax cut on the horizon. Is India about to navigate this economic tightrope perfectly, or are we headed for another surprise twist? Drop your theories in the comments below. Alright, that's all for today. Don't forget to hit that button. It really helps the channel out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next Zo News.